Y'all want to know what's so funny? I'm going to try this thing with my hair while I tell you. I've seen this girl do it, and I doubt I'm going to be able to do it, but let's try this messy bun thing. Okay, she said you pull down two little pieces of hair, like this. And I'm fixing to tell you what was so funny. Okay, so you know how
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how a woman decides to leave her relationship after getting involved with a man who was still in the process of divorcing. This Chad never treated her with respect, and now she explains the reasons why she chose to walk away, even though she claims she loved him. We want you to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're aiming for 150,000 subscribers before March, and with your support, we'll make it happen. Don't forget to leave your comments and turn on notifications so you don't miss any videos. Alright, let's get started.
after 5 years, I'm finally calling it quits. It's over. And the backstory of us is that we've been together for 5 years and things are getting worse by the day. And this morning was the last time that I could cry again. Like, I was putting on my makeup, getting ready for work. I'm a morning person. I was singing Christian music. I had it on the radio. He just comes in, like, he wouldn't talk. He's been very short with me. Like, I don't know what I do to him to make him this way. I mean, there's nothing I can be doing to make him the way he is. And he just started attacking me, basically, like telling me it's a small thing, but it has to do with a group text in his family. And he wasn't talking to me all morning. And then he said something about I don't have to respond to every text that his family sends. And I said, why? And he said, just because you don't have to, blah, blah, blah. He was just getting mad about it. And then he said, well, you just need to move out. You just need to leave. Why are you still here? You're the one still here. And the reason that this happens is because he always tries to make up with me. And after I cried while I was putting on my makeup, and I couldn't even get ready for work because my feelings were so hurt. Put on my makeup. I still went to work. And then later on, even though I went ahead and told him I'm not going to any family events this weekend, and I was just upset. And
oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Until we see the full outcome of the story, we can't draw any conclusions. But if there's one thing I've always known, it's that men discard in silence. When a man tells you to leave, it's not an impulsive decision. It's because he got tired of asking for changes that never happened. You see this in many marriages. The man watches as his wife, over time, stops making an effort. She no longer takes care of herself, doesn't dress up for him, gains weight, spends her days lying on the couch, and little by little, intimacy disappears. Everything becomes a problem until he is completely drained. And when he finally makes the decision, he stands firm and says, I want you to leave. That's when the tears and drama begin, with her claiming she doesn't understand why he's acting this way. But the truth is simple. He tried, she refused to change, and now it's too late.
it's not like this has not been going on for a while. I feel like I don't have a home. I feel like I do not have a home, and he's always telling me to leave. And why, if I don't like this and that about him, why am I still there? And then anyway, today he sent me a couple of texts throughout the day when he knows we were already, like, I wasn't fighting with him, he was fighting with me. And he already sent me a message, that said, like, just a silly message just to try to talk to me, I guess, and then ask me if I wanted to go eat later, another message. And I'm like, how are you? Is something wrong with you? Like, it's like he gets a kick out of seeing me upset, and then he wants to make up, and then he gets upset again. And there's so many other things. I mean, him telling me he wants a prenup, him telling me that, talking about his wife, ex-wife, he's not even completely divorced yet, and they're still arguing about stuff, money, and he doesn't want to talk about it with me because they're still talking about houses and money, and just, he's like, yeah, I worked my whole life for this, and I'm not, like, it kills him to spend $20-$30 on me. Like, if he takes me out to eat, well, he throws everything back in my face. Like, every single thing is always back in my face. I can't take it. Like, if he takes me to eat something, well, I took you to eat, and we're going out to eat this weekend, and then that's another month. That's more. I mean, he complains about everything when he has enough money, and he even told me the last time, I'm gonna pay cash money to build a house. If you have that much money to build a house, then why are you making me live in an RV right now? And then I ended up asking him that when we were fighting the other day, and he said because I didn't invest anything in it because it's his money, he worked for it. And
Now I understand what's happening here. She bears part of the blame, but so does he. This man is coming out of a divorce, and this woman seems to be one of two things. Either she was his mistress, or she was simply the woman he found in the middle of his divorce process. That means he hasn't fully healed. There's a saying I really like: there's no such thing as a stingy man. You're just not the woman he wants to spend his money on. Unfortunately, that's exactly the case with this woman. Rather than being a stable partner, she seems like a short-term replacement, someone he isn't truly looking to build a future with. When he brings up the prenuptial agreement, he's being logical. If he's coming out of a divorce, there's a good chance he lost a portion of his money. Now, he simply doesn't want to repeat history, which is why he spends the bare minimum on her. Not because he's stingy, but because he just doesn't care enough about her.
I can't even have an animal. I can't have, and then if I do have an animal, it can't be inside. Like, I want a cat. I want 2 cats. I just want to be able to live somewhere, have my cats, go to work, and that's it. I'm just, um, I've been crying off and on all day. Thank God for my coworkers. I mean, they really helped me through everything. I mean, my friend, she's going through stuff, and my other friend's going through stuff, and it's sad. And now I'm here at Bucky's because I don't want to go home. I went to go work out for as long as I could, and I'm just sitting here because I don't want to go home and talk or anything. I'm going to go to my daughter's for the weekend, and I'm going to try to forget them as much as I can. When I listen to sad music, it gets to me because I remember how much fun we used to have and all the things that we used to do. But then I think, wow, I'll never have the kind of future that I want. Like, he'll always talk down to me. Like, since I was a stay-at-home mom most of my life, and I just went to work maybe 5 years ago, he says that we're not the same. And he's so mean to me, but he's not going to bring me down. I'm never going to believe that. I don't believe that. And he told me this morning, you act like you're God's gift to me. I've never acted like that in my life. And he said he's upset I'm working out. He's upset I'm trying to lose weight. I mean, there's just so many things that can go on and on. But anyway, tomorrow I'm going to my daughter's, and I'm staying there for the weekend, and I'm off on Monday. So thank God I have her. But yeah, wish me luck. I'm going to sit here for about 30 more minutes, and then I'm going to go. I hope you all have a happy weekend, and yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
Girl, move on. You're not a tree. You don't have to stay in a place where you're unappreciated. Let's be honest, this man doesn't love you. He's just using you as a pastime. And this is exactly what I always tell men. With Chads, women act differently. She knows he treats her poorly, doesn't value her, love bombs her only when he needs something, and ignores or mistreats her whenever he feels like it. But here's the key: she stays. Why? Because in her mind, she's still in love with Chad. She's trying to convince herself that he can change, that there's some external factor making him act this way, instead of accepting reality. And this is where you see what we always say here. Women think emotionally, basing their decisions on how they're made to feel. One day, he makes her feel loved. The next, he brings her crashing down. And she becomes addicted to that emotional roller coaster. She's selling herself a fantasy.
Guys, this is it. I'm leaving. He's waiting for me to leave the gate. This is just an update post from yesterday. He's waiting for me to leave. We can close the gate. And here I go down the highway the last time. It's crazy because the song by Ella Langley was playing when I left. Well, I came on Pandora. Work for the Wind. I don't know. I kind of feel free. I'm scared though. Yeah, I don't have one of those fancy things that hold your phone up. I'm driving. So I'm trying to make this video without crying. Guys, I'm trying to go to my daughter's and I'm crying. Anyway, so I got most of my stuff today. And I didn't know it was gonna hurt this bad. So I'm not gonna be able to talk a lot because I'm gonna cry too much. So I'm gonna keep it simple. Thank you so much. I haven't read all the comments, but I read a lot of comments, and I feel like God is helping me. Like, so many of the comments that I read, they gave me the confidence to just say, okay, you gotta go. Like, even if I had to live in my car or whatever I had to do, I just have to do it because things are getting bad. And so I packed up most of my stuff, and I'm going to my daughter. She has no idea what's going on, so I'm gonna have to ask her if I can stay with her. She knows I'm spending the night, but stay with her maybe for a week or so. But my job is like an hour away, so I'm gonna have to drive. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I only work 4 days a week, so it shouldn't be that hard for me to do this for about 2 weeks. I'm gonna ask her if I can stay for 2 weeks. And God is just working in my life. Like yesterday when I made that post about him and I was sitting at Bucky's, I read all the comments and I read some that said something like, "You must like it if you're still there," and they're right to have their opinions, and I don't like it, but I love, but I love him. Hold on. But I loved him, and even driving off, he opened the gate for me, like no big deal, like bye. And then he told me yesterday, um, basically like, okay, so you're doing this for stupid reasons, like little things, but he doesn't understand that it has to do with every single thing that he's told me, and every single time I've had to go to work crying, and I'm tired of lying to everybody and people not thinking anything is wrong with me because I'm smiling every day. I get dressed and I fix my hair and I put makeup on and I get all dressed because it makes me feel better. Hold on. Sorry, I can't stop crying because it makes me feel better to do that. And nobody would ever know that I have so many issues. But luckily, I talked to my friends at work, and thank.
I'm going to be honest about this. She has every right to leave, just as I would tell any man to walk away from a bad situation. But what's interesting here is how she says she loved him. Women get into bad situations by choice, and this case is no exception. This man wasn't even divorced yet. He was just in the process, which very likely means she was the other woman. And here's an interesting fact. Relationships that start with infidelity have a high probability of failure. According to marriage counselor Frank Pittman, about 75% of men who marry their mistresses end up divorcing. On top of that, only 5% to 7% of extramarital affairs lead to marriage, and the vast majority of those don't last. Which seems to be exactly what's happening here.
My God, Seth, I have somebody to talk to because something else is very sad. Let me tell you. Um, Something that I went to the gym last night to work out because I told him I was going to be gone. Like, I would come back at night. And I have a sister on my mom's side. My sister got to live in my mom's house when she died because we let her because we wanted her to take care of my mom's things. Anyway, that's a big, long story. But the point is that she doesn't deserve it. And she's never liked me for whatever reason. And we try to get along, but I don't know what it is about me. She's just mean to me. But let me tell you. So I was at the gym and I was walking on the treadmill, and we lived kind of like close together. And she was there, and 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 I know she seen me walk in, and I know all that. But the sad thing is that we're blood sisters, and I know she seen me, and I know, and she never once said anything to me, and nothing. And I was getting ready to stop what I was doing and say, "Oh," but that's how I am. But if somebody doesn't want to pay attention to me or acknowledge me, then I have nothing else to say. Like, too many bridges have been burned. And even like when they moved, like, I was married for 23 years. And do you know that I was never told to leave out of the house? I mean, he did other things, but anyway, I'm gonna go because I keep crying. And I just want you to know that I thank you so much for all of the comments that I got because it gave me the power, it gave me the strength to go on. So today, I'm gonna be like, you know how you are when you cry all day and your eyes are like dry and you just feel like sleepy? I'm gonna feel like that today because I've been crying yesterday, so I'm gonna feel pretty bad. But I'm gonna cheer myself up however I can. I already asked my church group for prayer because I need it, and everybody's praying with me. And people don't know unless you say something, so that's why I wanted to say something. And I truly, truly think that God sent all the people that commented on my last post. I think He sent y'all to me because I'm leaving, and I'm so sad. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you have a mom, share to that because I don't. So, but I'm thankful for my daughter, for my son, just for having them. They have to put up with me. I've never asked them for anything, so Anyway, thank y'all so much. If you have a good man, take care of them because they're hard to find. So I'm starting my journey today. Thank you so much. I pray for each and every one of you that is going through something similar to me.
Brothers, you can't make good wine from bad grapes. If you build your house on sand, don't be surprised when it collapses. This woman clearly has more than one issue. Let's hope that in her next relationship, she learns to better analyze what she's looking for in a man and, this time, doesn't ignore the red flags she herself admitted to seeing. What do you guys think about this story? We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about this woman's story? Why do you think the man changed toward her? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.